Hi guys, so the other day when I was doing some different hauls, people were really excited to go ahead and see the flower forming packages. So I did buy these from Crafter's Companion. There's some of the centers. I don't know if I'll be using these today. I might just use hot glue like Sarah does, just because some of these will be harder to use that. So with this one I can probably use the centers, but with the Hydrangea, I don't know how small they are or what happens there. But we have the Blossom, which was the Autoship 3 from HSN, which came with pinky peachish kind of flower foam and white foam. And then the one that just came the other day, it just arrived, the newest one, is the Hydrangea that I never got. Well, obviously I never got to it. I never got to the other one. This is the most recent one. And again, this one comes with a very pale kind of odd color, bluish gray color and white. And so what I'm going to do is just to not wake up the kids is I guess I'll use my Gemini Mini. I haven't used that in a while, and I will cut out some of the layers. So let me grab that and get this cut up a little bit and we'll get started. I mean, these are very similar, even just looking at them. I mean, obviously this one has 5 petals, it's a little different shape, but neither one of them does it look like they really kind of mess with them, you know, with the finger tool and kind of like where you scrunch the tips. So I'm just going to do what I would like to do. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, how cute. They paired up with like some of the other flowers. It might just be one from this kit. They used to use one at a time is what it looks like, one layer. But let me see about this Hydrangea. Kind of big. So Hydrangea, I mean, if you've seen them, there are tons of small flowers in like a big mop head or like a big, not really ball, but just, you know, like, they go, oh, this thing has 5 in here. So for me, I feel like I should use the smaller 3 and just make several instead of like these larger ones. So I will do that. I'm going to cut them out in that, maybe in both colors. I think that's kind of weird, but I'll use some of this. I'll cut out some in the white and some in the bluish color. So there are 3 white sheets and 4 of this kind of funky little blue color. And I'm not going to cut too many. I like to kind of not waste my foam. The biggest one's about this size. So I cut 2 strips of foam at the same time, the bluish and the white. I hate to say it on here, but I'm thinking about selling the mini because I have my marquee and, you know, but at the same time this one does its own thing too. And the reason I say I hate to say it because I know people will say, I'll buy it. Or like to email them, but just wait. If I was to sell, it's going to be in my store envy, and I'll let you guys know when that happens. As far as destashing, I haven't quite destashed enough yet, so I don't want to start putting things up for sale and having us, you know, just go to the post office for 1 or 2 things at a time. So I have 2 layers stacked. I have the blue and the white here, and I'm just going to cut out. Do they all fit? Let me see. If I can fit the smaller one on here too, I will do that so we can pop out as many as we can at once. So we have those guys there. That should be good. It should not move. I will make sure it does not move because then we'll be in big trouble. Yes, my mini has a little clinky clanky kringle. So as you can see, it cut out perfectly. I'm going to try and do another set just like what you just saw. I'll just run them through again. So I'll have more of these little guys. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to get in, I believe, twice on that row. Yeah, perfect. So I didn't waste too much of the foam, which is really nice. Look at that. I like how you could have put this a little bit closer so these didn't have to be so close, but I got it right on there, so that's good. And I'm just doing a few, and I have no idea what I'm going to do here. I just kind of going with it, but I think what we need to do is maybe color them a little bit. So I'll get this piece of paper here. And I don't know what I want to do because that blue is very, very faint. It's very hard to tell if there's a difference to it. So I don't know if I should paint the white ones or just add a little more blue to the blue ones. You know what I'm saying? See how light that is? And I've never seen a hydrangea that's just, well, no, that's not true. I did have some that were just white. I think those are the mop heads, right? They have certain names. I feel like I had white ones, but let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take that apart in a minute. I'm trying to look for my quick dry. I like that better, but I don't see. I have ocean blue quick dry, and I already started up my iron. This is very light blue, so I'm just gonna get some of that. And I'm not putting too much. I'm gonna put it on both sides because I never know when it curls up, like what ends up showing. And I'm gonna do some a little more bright than others because that's how hydrangeas are. Sometimes they're like super, super bright, whatever the color is. And then sometimes it's more muted. I'm trying to be a little bit gentle about it. I don't like when you put it on there and it looks completely like a mark, so try to rub it in nicely. So I'll continue doing this and I'll be right back. Okay, couldn't help it. I got some fuchsia for the pink for the white ones because just white's so boring. So anyway, I'll keep doing that. With those guys, and my hands have pink stuff all over them. Hopefully I don't get all over everything else. And then for these little guys, it looks like all we're gonna do, let me get, see, last time I inked up these guys. Oh, okay, so I have this on, and I use a travel one because that's what I have, but also it just smaller surface to burn myself on, so I like to just leave something like that. I guess I could do it this way. Oop, hold on, did I have it up before? Nah, I usually just keep it sideways. Just right now it's a weird angle, sorry guys. Okay, so I would get my little guy, put it on there, let him react, and throw it off. And again, in the picture it doesn't look like they did much to these, so I'm just gonna kind of, I'm going to try to turn the petals outwards. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm pushing on them so that they curved up. So that's one. And you can say, oh, use the other side, but it doesn't look the same if you use this side. Like, I don't know, I like it better this way and then messing with the petal. That's cute. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that with all of them. Here's a smaller one. Let it melt, let it fall off. Turn around, I'll use the other side of this ball tool. And I'm just going to do them all just like this. So when we pile them up, it's kind of hydrangea-ish, hopefully. Hopefully. I'll be back. Okay, as I'm working with these don't look too much like a hydrangea. I'm also giving them a little bit of a pull. I don't know. Because to me, it's just like a flower at this point. But, so let me show you what I mean. We're going to stack these guys. And it looks just like a little flower. I don't know. They made it so it's just kind of pointing up, out. My hydrangeas are just starting to bloom, so I already forgot what they look like. I've already forgotten. Alright. This one looks totally different from the other ones. But anyway, alright, let me fire up my glue gun and we'll glue these together. Okay. So I'm just going to separate these out. And just put a little hot glue in the middle here. Just using a piercing tool to help me hold it down. And again, I'm going to try to put some, offset them, right? So they're not like facing the same way. And the little image they have, they used pearls in the center. Which again is not typical of a hydrangea. But I found these pearls, these are super old, I got at an expo. I'm surprised if they still have stick to them. But these are from Prima. Oh, I didn't know that. And so I have this little kind of bluish colored one, so I might as well use that one. And if it doesn't stick, what I'll do is I'll just put some hot glue and stick it down better. It's cute. So I'll do the same thing for like the pink one, just layer it up, and I'll put a pink, yeah, even though this pinky one in the middle, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done putting those together. Again, I would probably just use a smaller two, the smallest and the second to the smallest, because these, I don't know. They're a pretty flower. I don't know that they're hydrangea in my book, but there they are. And so I'm putting these to the side. I still have one set I did not do because I like things, like I said, in threes. So if I put that on a card, I don't want a fourth flower. All right. Put that away. Okay, let's try out the next thing, which would be the blossom. And this will be pretty, I have a feeling. Maybe I'll do a little, I wasn't going to do any coloring on this, but I do like the way they made it look kind of like old. I guess you could spray it too. But I will cut out one of each size so that we have a nice flower. And do I want to make it look old? Should I use white? I'll just use the white from the last kit because that way I don't have to open up the new one with the pink. And I'm just going to cut out a strip and then just like I did before, just run these through and I'll be right back. Okay, I just want to show you, as I was cutting these, I was very frugal with the way I did this, but I put some of the, look at that, oh yeah, it built up a lot of static electricity, didn't want to cut off my hand. It built up, these guys kind of got really close together, I guess. And again, it pulled the back out of my machine, and this has happened before when I reviewed it the first time. Because the card making compendium came with a die that is just a little too big to run through this, even though this was supposed to go with it, so it's kind of odd, but just pop it back in if that happens. It's okay. It's just a guard there that just pops out. So, okay, and then I cut my paper wider at one edge and then smaller at the other, because that way, again, I don't waste too much of my foam. And I'm almost done. I just want to get these two popped out. And I'm not usually this super frugal, but at the same time, if you can be, why not? All right, there we go. And will this cut in the marquee? I know you guys are gonna ask. Yes, absolutely. You can cut even craft foam, you know what I'm saying? The one's a little bit thicker. So, it'll go right through. Okay, let me put this away and heat up my iron again, and we'll finish it up. Bummer, I was looking for my quick dry in Sandstorm, but I can't find it. So I'm using water reactive, which is fine. I don't know why. I think the other one works better sometimes. And so again, I'll just go through these guys. Just add a little bit of color. I don't know. They kind of made it look a little bit vintagey. Not every single one and not everywhere. You know, not as much as I did with the brown, with the blue. I just really went to town with that. But this one, I'll just do a little here and there. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, the kids are awake. I can hear them. So I will show you what I'm going to do with each petal with this largest one. I'm just going to put it on there. Let it fall off. And I'm not going to use my rounding tools on this one. I'm just going to kind of do a little of this. I'm holding it in the center though, because these will rip apart. So you have to be very careful with them. If you pull it, it'll pull away and rip your petal. But that's basically what I'm going to do with them. Something like that. Maybe give them a little bit of twisting. Okay, not too much. Okay, and I'm going to do that for each petal, and I will be right back. Okay, as I worked with them, I just kind of put them each on top of each other, but that doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is take my pokey tool and get one. Get the next one. Try to get in the middle. I'm trying to arrange them right now, but not really, because you can still arrange them at the end. And I got a little bit of pink on these, which is a bummer from the pink that stuck on my fingers from the other one. And most of that brown kind of just came off as I heated them up, so I'm going to try and add some back. I'll do it right now. I'll say when we're done, but maybe I should just do it now. That's kind of weird, but there we go. Okay, and then I will take some of these centers. These kits, the monthly ones, don't come with centers. I'm going to get this pretty one. This is called Metallics, this set. I ordered these a long time ago. They barely just came in, so if you're looking to get some, it might be a while for them to come in. They do also sell a bunch of stamens and things like this on AliExpress for super, super cheap. Little centers of all different colors. And so I'll just get like 3 of them. What I like to do is that little piece of metal I just took off of there for this first one, I'll just use that. So I put them kind of in the middle of these little guys. Hopefully you can see that. Just kind of doubled them over. But if you have floral wire, obviously that's good to use. And I'll just do that, and then I will, so at least you get some use from this little piece of metal. And if you want to reuse it, I guess you could just undo it and take it apart, because once you pull this through, you can put a little hot glue on this backside, and then you can take this little piece of metal off, or just leave it. So I would just leave it for now. And that's that flower. And then again, you can just kind of mess with it a little bit. If you don't like the way something came out, put it back on your iron. It'll heat up again and you can rework it. So so that's it for today. I have Miranda here. She came downstairs, she woke up, she says, "Mommy, I love you." And she always says that when she's at the top of the stairs. So we have our little hydrangea and we have this little guy. So again, you know, pop it on a card. Let me see if I have something I can... Oh, I was gonna say I have this card here, but this doesn't really match too much. But wouldn't they be pretty just to add a little flower to wherever you want to put it? Really cute. A little group of flowers. You know, however, obviously with this card doesn't match, but whatever you want to do with them, obviously throw them on there. I made a hair barrette that last time around with the Garden of Love flowers. Oh, I love the Garden of Love set. The little flowers that come with that. So pretty. So if you're interested in some and you're not sure, like, I would go with that one. This is really pretty too, though. I don't know. I'm not sure about my hydrangeas, even though they're my favorite flower in the world. This is pretty. But I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.